Sterling, can you just talk about coming back? Being a champion All American. Kind of your what can you do to get better and maybe the expectations of on the men's side of things.
Right. So the decision to come back was an easy one to make. I definitely felt like I had a lot more left on the table, and right in front of me, like this. Okay. Yeah, I definitely felt like I had a lot more that I want to achieve. So I came back for another year, and I've been working harder. I have people around me now, so the competition level in practice has also been something that's been boosting my my game, and I feel like this year is going to be even better year than last year. So it's exciting.
How do you? What did you do to maybe try to get better? And kind of in your mind, what mark are you? Do you have a time instant in your mind? Is it to get better off the start? What kind of things can you do to get better?
Right. So last year was a lot of trial and error, especially in practice of like what I need to do and like race modeling and figuring out the exact weights, rates, and my nutrition and all the little things that I can come together and put together to build my ultimate race. So I'm not really focused on the marks that I can hit. It's more of executing because I know what I can do. So as long as I execute, I believe I can become a national champion.
Question for really anyone or anyone up there can answer it. Just the thoughts on being able to host ACC championships at Norton, and just what does that mean for this program to have that opportunity?
I'll take it. I think that being able to host that big of a competition is really good. It gives us that home field advantage, being able to practice there and just get a lot of work in that facility. And also, it's just like, also not having to travel is kind of a benefit. So I think it's a big opportunity also for just the whole Louisville in general. Just can have a lot of fan support come out. I'm excited about it. So.
Trey, while you have the mic there, you heard Coach talking about it. I mean, about the competition in the high jump group. How can you get better this year, and how is the competition that you have on your team pushing you?
I think the high jump group is great. I love that we have such a great group. I just compete at practice every day. It's good having such a great group. They really push me to be that next level, because if I don't, then I know somebody's gonna come and get me. I feel like I just gotta work on my nutrition and just do everything that coach tells me, and I'll be hit that next level I want to hit.
For Trey and for Sterling, you're hosting the ACC this year here at home for both of you. How can the men compete? How can you guys take that next step in the ACC and compete for a championship?
Well, at this moment, our men's group, our chemistry is through the roof. Like, we get together well. Every Thursday we have guys' night, so it's outside of competition, in real life, we're still a team. So we work on, our chemistry every single day in practice. We go hard. Like, we pick each other up. If someone's down, we're gonna push them to be better. So I feel like our men's team has been the strongest that I've ever seen since I've been here my 5 years. We can definitely make a push for the podium, and I feel like there's a lot of points on the board that we're going to pick up.
Just to piggyback off of what Sterling said, I feel like this is the best, most chemistry the men's team has had since I've been here. Every Thursday we do have guys' night, and we just come together. And it's good to have a group of guys that they can call you out, and you can call them out, and they can push you. And it's just good to have that around you. So I feel like that the men's team is going to be great this year.
Leah, can you just kind of go through what Coach was talking about with your group of, there's been some really good ones before you. You've had success. How can you kind of go off that this year and try to do your thing and win a championship?
I think the biggest thing is obviously we have a great group of girls on the track pushing each other in and out of practice. We hang out together. We make sure each one's doing the right thing to make sure they're healthy to go on the track, fueling our bodies correctly, holding each other accountable even when we're not at practice. And I think that's one of the biggest steps that allows us to be able to be such a unit and be able to push each other. We know wherever we go, we're always going to have each other there pushing us to reach that next level. Somebody has an off day, but they're still right there next to you, wanting you to compete your best and do what you can do. And I think that's just the chemistry there is something that is unmatched.
For you, what do you feel like individually you've improved on? And, you know, I think you got the bronze last year in the outdoor, but watching Gabby, did that motivate you to like, okay, that I want to be that now next, you know, the next one there?
Yeah, for sure. What she did last year was incredible. I think just coming in, I lived with her, I was around her all the time, and I think just seeing that changed mindset in her is what set her apart from the rest. I know she jumped incredibly, and just that inner discipline and goals that she had was something that truly set her apart, and I think that's something that really set a good example. I mean, just showing up every day to practice, doing what you can to put in the work to reach that next level, pole vault's a game of centimeters. You reaching that next centimeter, it may not seem like a whole lot, but it's a big accomplishment, and I think that just showing up every day, making a consistent mindset of goals, what you want to achieve at that practice, and allowing it to help move you forward.
And Sinclair, what can you do to improve on what you did last year and kind of get to that next level of winning a championship?
So nationals did not go the way that I wanted to last year. It was mainly a mental thing. I knew physically I was there, but this year I just tried to work on knowing that there are good days, there are bad days. You got to push through those bad days, and no matter what happens, remaining calm in every situation is what gets you to a championship. So that is one thing I'm trying to work on in practice, like making each day my best, but knowing that no matter what happens, struggles happen, but getting there is just a process and trusting that process.
Well, Sinclair, I guess how much are you in this program embracing, trying to build off what's happened these past couple of years, or maybe even try to take a next step and try to keep those championships coming here?
So I am trying not to stress myself out about like championships and all that other stuff, because like I said, like mental is a big thing for me, and like over stressing I have found has not helped me. So just keeping it calm and building off of like the successes like Gabby and all those other national championships, it does drive me. Seeing their faces, like walking to weights on the signs and everything, it does add that little extra drive, knowing that I can be on that level and that I am on that level.
For all of you, we've talked about the ACC. What will it mean to have the competition here and have a chance to win an event in your hometown? I mean, is that something, or in your the home school town? What is that something you guys have thought about? Is it kind of, Sterling, you kind of mentioned it earlier that like it's special to have the ACC here, but to be able to compete, the four of you will be right in line to win something. What would that mean?
So in like track and field, especially at the collegiate level, you have a lot of supporters, but you travel a lot as well. So that support doesn't exactly travel with you. But since we're in our own hometown, the people that's been supporting me here, whether it be the friends that I've made, my peers, my administration, and other people as well, my family, them actually being here, cheering me on in the physical, I feel like is like probably the best boost that I can get. I feel like energy is a big part of our sport. So if you have energy at track meet, then you're just a different athlete. So having the people around us, other than our teammates, supporting us, I feel like it's a huge advantage.